Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to be showing the new set that's just arrived today. It's Maria B designs, and now there's quite a few shops and online people selling these online. These are like a lot of the stuff that we sell, replicas, and I'm going to just be guiding you through what you're getting in these suits. Really, to be honest, my honest opinion is that in order to fully appreciate this set, I think we really need to get it stitched. Now, sadly, I am so busy that I have very limited time for stitching these, but really to get justice, the fabric itself and the way the embroidery is, I think they will make exceptional, beautiful suits, but the wow factor of initially looking at the suits is not there. You know, like how sometimes you can look at something and it just takes your breath away. There's a couple that take your breath away when you first hand look at them, but the colors are quite dark, and you could also almost say like they're quite boring colors, and normally quite dull, boring colors don't tend to take the focus. You know, they're very attractive if they're sewn and worn in the right atmosphere. So if you look at the pictures are taken in quite a, you know, the focus is on the background where the lighting and the ambience of the background is quite dramatic, and really that's what captivates, and that's what really is sold this set. Because I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to just show you what each of these suits is like, and you're sort of going to get an idea. So we're starting off with 6001. It's in black, and what you have with this is it's a black chiffon, and you've got a very large piece of embroidery which is actually just roughly stitched onto the daman. To be honest, if you're going to do justice to this, then you do need to take it out and you need to burn it, and you need to stick it onto this black chiffon in such a way that it looks like the real thing. And the way it's stitched on, unfortunately, that's part of the mistake, that, you know, they've stitched it on, but it's not done in such a way that you can really do justice by the way it's stitched on. Also, if I was to actually take this back off, I would actually twist this around and have this going up rather than because the thing with this is it'll only take half a daman, and when you do half a daman, it's not actually as effective. So I would like to do this going all the way up rather than, so unpick it, twist it around and have it going up. Now there is a slight bit of a variation. I think the photo has sequins on this, and this is just sort of like a slight bit of a metallic thread crisscross type of a design. Also done on the sleeves. Again, it's applied on in front of the sleeves as well, but again I would actually burn this out and attach it on in such a way that this actual chiffon looks like it's part of the garment itself. So that's sadly that's something that's not you know, happened. Now it's got plain, again it's got this plain fabric, and what they've done is they've applied it in such a way that either the skin is showing, okay, and so they've not really used any lining, and they've used probably slightly bit longer thingy on the trouser. I would use it on the trouser because I think it looks quite effective and it looks quite nice. And then you've got the plain black fabric for lining and salwar. This is design number 1, and then you've got the dupatta. Now again, I'm slightly bit disappointed. The blackness of the dupatta is a slightly lighter shade. I have a feeling that this fabric doesn't dye as well in black, so it's a slightly lighter shade. And something else that I would actually look into with this suit is perhaps a dupatta in like an off-white, which would look equally nice. Anyway, those are things that you can play around with. That's number one. We're going to go on to number two. Now this one is again a very beautifully taken photo. And if you look at the photo, the way this suit, the way she's standing, the pose, the, you know, the richness, the color, the background, probably the lipstick, all go with the suit. Okay, and that's what makes the suit. Now this, I actually quite liked this. I loved the design. It's Tulip Salwar. And I actually quite well like this, and I wouldn't mind making this for someone. Depends on who I'm making it for. I think we need to do an adult's version of a tulip, so I don't know, maybe I would attempt this. That's the dupatta, and if I can find a model who would stand like that and model it for me, then I would happily sew this. I need to get a perfect model and the perfect background, the richness and the darkness of the colour. Anyway, plain maroon to go with it. The kameez. Now there's a slight bit of a variation that I would do on this kameez, and that variation would be a slight bit of an orange and thingy. Now I don't know if they've used like these beady things with them. The embroidery is done on a net, and I'm not quite keen on the way these edges are. They're not exactly the neatest. What I would like to do is probably unpick this, turn it around and use it that side up and this side down. I would like to use the orange side down, and then perhaps do a bit of the kind of edging that they've done. It's got embroidery all over the panel, which is quite nice. The sleeves are in a terracotta colour, and then it's got the heavy embroidery in front of the sleeves as well. And then it's got this piece, which is, I have a feeling that this is meant to go for the overlapping of the salwar, but sadly it's insufficient. And because if that's to go on a twist, even if we were to cut it, there is a slight shortage. So I may need to just source a little bit of lace to actually do the job on the salwar. Anyway, I'm sure we'll work something out if we do decide to follow the tutorial. This is design number 2, and it's the stitching on this, you know, is very pretty. The suit itself, I'm not sort of wowed away by it. Now this one, I am wowed away by, and straight away, as soon as this came, actually before it even came, somebody ordered this. So for the moment, I haven't got this. If it does come back in stock, then you can reserve it. But this was the best out of the lot. It's in the pink. Now this pink is a beautiful pink. I have seen a slight variation of this pink, but it's not as pretty. This is a proper baby pink. Okay, let's just move these. Baby pink dupatta. Perhaps I would like to do something with the dupatta because it's just a little bit too boring. Maybe get a little bit of Banarsi fabric, and I can see something just down there which is absolutely gorgeous, which I wouldn't mind if I was sewing it myself. Then I wouldn't mind using that. The embroidery is sequence. It has a nice thick border. Again, this chiffon, I would like to take it off, burn it out and stick it right on top of the, you know, and I think I'm going to use a pleat machine, and I'm going to actually do this so that you can get an idea of exactly what kind of a result we want from this. Now this is used on, where is that used? Okay, yeah, they've used a thick border, and then they've used this on the sleeves. Or have they used double on the sleeves? Yeah, that piece is for the sleeves. I would like to take this off. I would like to use this on the daman, perhaps use that on the back daman, and use that on the sleeves, and that's more than adequate. And then it's sewn into like a jacket style. So you can sew it into like a jacket style, or you can sew it into like a kameez style. And I think the other thing that they've done is they've used like a little bit of the similar type of fabric for the sleeves, which this has plain sleeves. It is a very, very beautiful pink with loads and loads of embroidery pieces, and I've got light shining on this actually. There we are. You've got original light. We can't match the lighting with the original lighting. Okay, that's number 3. 6003. And then we've got number 6004, which is in that's the design. It's in a turquoise and cream. Turquoise cream edged dupatta in the chiffon. A salwar in the cream shantoon fabric. And then you've got cream embroidery on organza, which is for doing the trouser with. Then you've got lining in the turquoise blue color, sea blue color, and then you've got the kameez, which has embroidery and some nice border. Again, the border, burn it out, stick it in such a way that you know, the kameez actually gets done to it. It's got embroidery pattern going all the way down. I think I'm going to close the shutter so you can get a little bit of a better view. Okay, that's probably better. I had outside light shining and it's dazzling. Okay, sleeves, again embroidered. The embroidery is of a very, very good quality. Slight bit of paper backing, which you probably will need to peel off just to show the real reflection, because sometimes it blurs it out when it's got a paper backing. But if you soak it, you can actually easily, it doesn't disintegrate, but you can easily just brush it away, or even if you're sitting down, and you can just peel the backing away. Okay, that's number 4. Then we've got design number 5, which is in the jacket style. I think just a little bit of a drawback with this one, and it's a style that they've done where they haven't given a dupatta with it. So this suit doesn't have it's just a 3-piece without a dupatta, but you know what, you can buy the scarves. It's got the like this greeny color trousers, and that's the piece for doing the ponchas with, trouser and poncha. Then the chemise is actually this color, and if you wanted you can make it in the brown, but that's what has come with it. Now what they've done, you can make this into a kameez, but what they've done with it is they've cut into it and they've made it into like a jacket style, and which is quite nice. If it's sewn, again, like I mentioned earlier, these suits are ones that you actually find difficult to imagine what they would look like until they're sewn. They're those kind of colors which are not like, I don't know, instant love. I don't know, you can't sort of instantly fall in love unless you actually see somebody wearing it and stitched and so on. So it has to be stitched really nicely. I would love to have the time, find the time to actually stitch them. Sadly, I'm not going to promise because I am struggling and I don't know when I'm going to find the time. So this one, design number 6, Again, it's like a very they're sort of like almost like my colors. I love these colors because they're more of wearable colors. They're not in your face, and they're very much toned down classic type of colors. There we are. That's the trouser. And then you've got, this is like a khaki green, and you've got this for lining. If you wanted, you could get extra lining fabric, and you could actually make you could buy extra fabric and you can make this into a salwar or a trouser as well if you wanted, because the fabric is suitable for salwars and trousers. Now this one, the combination of colors is really, really nice. But a slight bit of a problem with this, that they've gone and stuck this on, but personally I'm not too keen, because you can see the reflection of the under embroidery on this. That's embroidered, and then this is actually like roughly stitched on, and personally I would prefer this to be sort of the reflection of the under embroidery not showing through this. So I would be fussy enough to unpick this, line it with some extra fabric, and then stick it back on. But you know what, even in the photo, that's how they've got it done. And then that it's got this for the neckline. You would cut open this and apply the buttons and so on. Obviously you'd need your own personal touching to this suit to make it into an exceptional suit. So I think that's probably, giving a review on this has been hard, because honest opinion, when you first look at this, it doesn't captivate you. Now, before I purchased these, I had seen these available at the market, and I wasn't blown away because it wasn't doing anything, you know, it wasn't captivating me. And sometimes I go there and I see stuff and it really, you know, I'm really excited about it, and I end up buying stuff which, you know, selling clothes myself and then even buying from somewhere else. You'd think I'm really daft. Okay, we've got the final one, which is design number 7 of the Maria B collection, and again this is like a grey colour, and then they've used like a purpley blue. Plain back, full sleeves, they're fully embroidered, and daman. So it's actually one of those embroideries that you can wash and wear, you know, and it's got the work on the neckline. Again, to stitch this right, to pipe it, to do the little bits, you can do justice to it. As it is, probably maybe quite a few, maybe people will go by the name, but they wouldn't fall in love with it as much. Now that's got, okay, it's got 2 pieces for the neckline. I wonder if one of these pieces has been sent by mistake. Or you can have it front and back. Let's see if they've done it at front and back. No. It's got full embroidery for the sleeves, and it's probably one of those that you do a front and back, or it's been sent by mistake. That's the embroidery. Again, the embroidery would need to be added to the dress in such a way that, you know, because it's obviously not done direct, you would have to work around and perhaps use some kind of darning stitch to finish this off. Now, when these clothes are sewn in India, that's something that they do absolutely beautifully. I've had clothes that have been stitched there and they've darned around it and they've done a beautiful job. Perhaps we'll have a bit of a problem doing it as well, but that's not to worry. Pretty suits, not extra wow, but you know what, they're there's something that once you put your own magic to them, I'm sure they're going to be stitched beautifully. I will try and perhaps do the one, especially the one with the patella salwar, because I am actually impatient, not the patella salwar, the tulip salwar. Okay, we'll try and find time to do the tulip salwar. I'm going to be showing you a new selection of some beautiful cotton suits that have come in by Rangrez, and now I wasn't blown away by these ones, but I tell you, I was blown away by those ones. So I'm going to be sharing those with you, inshallah, and hopefully I'm going to be trying to find time to perhaps make one of these suits and share the results with you.